Well, week 4 of the Retro Bowl League is starting to come to a close, but the big games are not, as we welcome you to this huge game in the AFC East, as today the Buffalo Bills take on the Miami Dolphins. Take a look at the standings in the AFC East. The Bills are 3-0, the Dolphins are 2-1, so the winner of this game will be in first place after week 4. Alright, we are ready to kick off this massive game. The Miami Dolphins will get the ball first at their own 37-yard line, first down for the Dolphins. Quarterback is going to wait, going to throw. It is caught to the right side of the field. A couple broken tackles before he gets the first down. Both these teams have been very good all season long so far. So this is kind of like a heavyweight fight. 2-yard gain on the run. As I mentioned in the intro, the Bills are 3-0. The Dolphins are 2-1. It's pretty incredible the Bills are 3-0 because they seem to turn the ball over a lot in all of their games. As this pass is complete for a first down, good tackle made at the 35-yard line. Yeah, the Bills have had a lot of turnovers this season, but they are still 3-0. Here is the run. Not much there. It's going to be second down and 10 for Miami. Here comes the pressure. Has to get rid of it. He does. And he gets it away for the first down. Really good pressure, but the quarterback did a nice job recognizing the pressure, not panicking, and able to get it to a receiver. First down. This is the opening drive. The pass is complete. Big hit, but it is enough for the first down. He got smoked. First down. Waiting. Throwing towards the end zone. Intercepted. Wow, and the Bills' huge takeaway. It just sucks if you're a Miami fan. You have this long, sustained opening drive. You take up so much of the clock, and you come away with no points. But that throw kind of felt like a force. But gotta give credit to the Bills' defense. Good pressure to the quarterback, and good coverage down the field. So the Bills will take over at the 25-yard line. First down for Buffalo. Not much there. Only picking up about a yard, if that. Second down and 9. As he's going to wait, going to fire, finds an open receiver. It's enough for the first down. Picking up 12 yards. First down for Buffalo. And here is the pass. It is complete. Across midfield. A first down and more. Still going. There he goes. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. Inside the 15, breaks the tackle, and he will take it for the touchdown. 63 yards. What a play from the Buffalo offense. Got lots of time. Good throw. Able to find a receiver open. There are also lots of defenders there in the area. A nice block right there. And that receiver is one of the faster receivers in the league. And he didn't win the foot race, but able to break a tackle. And then won the foot race against the second defender that was chasing him. And he took it to the house. The Bills trying to remain undefeated. The extra point is good. 7-0 for Buffalo. There's only a handful of undefeated teams left in Retro Bowl. And there's only a handful of teams that, have yet to... a perfect season, I should say, because you got the Niners and Cardinals. They're both undefeated, but they both tied each other as a first down and more. Into the clear. And now Miami looking for a response, and what a way to start the drive. Another broken tackle inside the 20, and finally brought down inside the 15. And that's a way to respond if you're the Miami offense. But again, their opening drive was really good until they got to the red zone, and then they threw that interception. So they just got to be careful in the red zone and make sure they come away with some points. But a good play to start the drive for Miami. All right, 4 seconds to go of this first quarter. Here is a quick pass out of bounds. As we end the first quarter, the Bills lead 7-0. We're about to start the second quarter. Second down and 6 for Miami. Here's the pass towards the end zone. Touchdown! And that was a beautiful throw right there. Waiting for the receiver to get separation from the defenders. And a nice, accurate pass for the touchdown. Extra point to tie the game. The kick is up, and it's good. All tied up at 7. I mean, we expected a competitive game. These are by far the two best teams in the AFC East, and so far we have gotten a competitive game. Now let's see how the Bills can respond. Here is the throw. That's off the mark. A bit of an inaccurate pass right there. Second down and 10. The pass is intercepted! And how this game has swung! This game has swung indeed. And that pass, just too many bodies in the area. And that's the thing, as a quarterback, you want to make sure when you throw the ball that there isn't too many bodies, whether it's for you or for the other team, because it's just more of a risky pass. So that is not a good decision to throw the ball where there's like 5 or 6 different guys in the area, even though technically you had more of an advantage, but not really actually. So it's just a bad decision to throw the football into a bunch of bodies. You need to find, your receiver and try to get as much separation as you can. Second down, the pass is incomplete. And continuing my thought, even if there's a bunch of, your receivers in the area, they can still get in each other's way, right? So even if there's like 3 receivers in the area and only 1 defender, the 3 receivers can still get in each other's way. We have seen that before. So that's why you want to make sure that you're not throwing into so many bodies. Too much traffic. There's a first down for the Dolphins at the 30-yard line. Here's a quick pass. It is complete. Breaks the tackle. Good tackle made just short of the first down. It's going to be second down in inches now. The run gets the first down. Like the Bills had a chance to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage, but unable to. First down for Miami. Here's the throw. It is complete. Gets a nice block. A nice first down. And it's first and goal at the 3-yard line. First down and goal. Here is the handoff. And no gain on the play. Actually, not the worst thing in the world, because once you get into the end zone eventually, it's okay if you waste a bit of time. Second down. Here is the throw. End zone. Got him. Touchdown. And the Dolphins have their first lead of the game. They certainly do. Good protection from the offensive line. Giving the quarterback lots of time to find a receiver open for the touchdown. Extra point is up and it is good. So the Dolphins have the lead 14-7. Now let's see what the Bills can do. They're at their own 23-yard line. Still got over a minute left, so we saw on their first drive they had a big touchdown, so they can have big explosive plays. That pass is complete. Breaking tackles, first down and more, picking up 15 yards. See how fast the Bills receivers are. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat them in a foot race sometimes. First down. Gonna throw, gonna complete it, and unable to get out of bounds, so they have to call a timeout. Anytime you're near the sideline in those situations, you gotta get out of bounds. First down. Here's the throw. It is caught, and he gets out of bounds for the first down. Yeah, that's how it's done. Very well executed play. First down. Here is the throw. It is complete. Good tackle made. Looks like it will be barely enough for a first down. There's 17 seconds to go. The Bills still have a timeout. So still lots of options here for Buffalo. First down. Here is the pass as used under pressure. Gets rid of it. It is complete. Inside the 15. Still going. He's going to score. Touchdown. Wow. Unbelievable. How did the Dolphins not get him? I mean, right here, it looked like there were like 4 defenders in the area, and they all somehow missed or fell to the ground. And I mean, that is a huge touch shot. I know even if they make the tackle, the Bills definitely get a field goal, but I mean, it's a 4-point swing. And now the Bills are going to tie this game. Most likely. No announcers jinx. Extra point is good. Yeah, multiple missed tackles there. And this game is all tied up at 14 at the half. What a game it is so far. All right, the Bills have a chance to double up. They just scored to end the first half. Now they have a chance to score to start the second half as they get the ball first here in this half. Here is the run up the middle, only picking up 2 yards. Second down and 8. Waiting, pressure's coming, has to get rid of it, and he gets a receiver for a first down and more. A 19-yard gain. A good connection right there. This quarterback has done a pretty good job, able to find receivers open when under duress. Bills' running game has kind of been disappointing so far in this game. Second and 10. Pass towards the sideline, and he got it. That was a very dangerous pass. Third down and 4. Another pass to the sideline, another completion, and a first down. He's forced out of bounds inside the 30. Good opening drive to start the second half for Buffalo. And a nice run, picking up 8 yards. Yeah, and I mean, the Bills were down not too long ago. Now they have a chance to take the lead, and Miami's barely touched the ball. They haven't touched the ball in a long time. A first down. First down and 10 at the 12-yard line. Gonna wait, gonna fire. It is complete. Breaking tackles and scoring a touchdown to take the lead. Yeah, this is just a nice simple pass, but the yards after the catch is what gets him this touchdown right there. Just breaks one tackle and the other defender unable to get to him, takes it to the house. And how about the Bills? I mean, they turn the ball over early in the game, but they've come back to life and they have the lead. Extra point is good, 21-14. That's why getting the ball to start the second half is a huge advantage. Because you have scenarios like we just saw where you could score to end the first half and score to start the second half in Miami. This is the first time they've touched the ball in a full quarter, so about 3 minutes. So it's been a while, but Miami does have a chance to tie the game as a nice block right there for a first down past midfield, picking up 17 yards. Well, it's been a fun game. Battle for first place in the AFC East. Here is the throw, and it is a first down. Yeah, the Miami quarterback is going to make sure he does not turn the ball over. They really need a touchdown on this drive. Not much on the run. Both teams not running the ball very well in this game. Second down and 10 as the pass incomplete. And that pass a little off the mark. Third down and 10. Here is the throw. He's got his receiver for a first down. 20-yard gain. Yeah, that's a big first down as we end the third quarter. Can Miami score? Well, we'll see. All right, we start the fourth quarter at the 12-yard line. First down for the Dolphins. Gonna wait, gonna throw. It is complete. And bouncing off defenders. And will it be enough for a first down? Yes, it will be. First and goal for the Dolphins. Here is the run. And he will take it as close as you can be without scoring a touchdown. How about that? That's crazy. They're at the 1-inch line. Second and goal. Here is the run. And breaking tackles and scoring. Touchdown. He was at the 1-inch line and he got an inch. He barely got into the end zone for the touchdown. That was so close, but the Dolphins, chance here to tie the game. Right, the extra point to tie the game. The kick is up, and it is good. All tied up at 21. What a game this has been. Back and forth. Both teams have led in this game, but the Bills have a chance here to take the lead. They still have over 2 minutes to go. It's a first down. It's a pass. It's a completion. Picking up 8 yards. Yeah, Buffalo still has a ton of time. They have all 3 of their timeouts. Don't worry about the time right now. The play calling should not be impacted by the clock. Losing yardage on that run. Wow. And this is a huge play. Because if Miami stops them, now they'll have a chance. Third down and 2. Here is the pass, and he gets the first down. Picking up 8 yards to the 45-yard line. Yeah, that was a big first down. I don't know what's going on with both these, the running game. It's just not been good at all. First down, the pass over the middle. Finds a receiver open. And breaking tackles before getting 20 yards near the 35-yard line. Yeah, the Bills are almost in field goal range now. They're looking pretty. First down, watch out, it's intercepted! Oh my goodness. I mean, I just think it's a misfire. He's wide open, and he just completely misfired the pass. Oh my goodness, that is a huge... And again, we talk about how the Bills have had turnovers all season long, and they've somehow still won these games. That one is so costly. First down, and it's the first sack of the game now, belonging to Buffalo. I mean, Miami's got to capitalize off of this turnover. And another sack! What is going on? I mean, the offensive line for Miami has been abysmal on the last two plays. Now they have a 3rd and 21. Good luck with that. Although this pass is complete. Can he get the first down? No. Short by actually quite a bit. So now they are going to punt the football. Obviously, they're not stupid enough to go for it in their own territory. I mean, both teams have had chances to win here in the fourth quarter, but both have kind of choked. Yeah, it's been kind of not a very well played quarter offensively. That pass incomplete. I don't know what's going on with both these offenses. Both these offenses have just completely stalled. And now Miami gets to the quarterback, and now the Bills got to be careful. And the Bills are just going to run the ball. They're going to be conservative here. Although this is a pretty nice run, but they're going to let the clock wind. Again, you cannot call timeouts defensively. This punt should end regulation. It does, and we are heading to overtime. Yeah, there's been a lot of overtime games this week, and we're doing another one. What a fun game this has been, 21-21. A reminder on the regular season overtime rules: whoever gets the ball first, if they score a touchdown, they will win the game. If they don't score a touchdown, the other team will have a chance to respond. If this game is still tied after 3 minutes, the game will be declared a tie. Getting pretty good at reading the overtime rules because we've had a lot of overtimes. I believe this is the 4th game that has gone to overtime this week. That is a record for the most in a week. Who will get the ball first? It will be the Bills at their own 35-yard line. First down for the Buffalo Bills. And a couple broken tackles, but a 4-yard run. The Bills had a chance to win it in the fourth quarter, but they threw that huge interception. Luckily for them, Miami went 3 and out, but that was not a good possession, as this pass is complete. It's a first down. And Buffalo, they've turned the ball over twice in this game. And again, kind of like the other games. I mean, week 1, they turned the ball over, 3 or 4 times, and they won in overtime, so that was a pretty crazy game. And they're in overtime once again, 5-yard run. Again, if the Bills score a touchdown, they will win the game. 2nd down and 5. Here is the throw. That's incomplete. Quarterback a little off the mark recently, just not accurate with some of these passes. 3rd down, the pass is complete, and he gets a block and a first down and more inside the 30, and a big play for the Buffalo offense. Yeah, that's a big play indeed. They're almost in field goal range at this point. First down, pressure's coming, has to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10. They're gonna bring pressure once again. Finds a receiver open inside the 20. Taking it near the 11. Yeah, now if you're the Bills, just take your time. I mean, even if you kick a field goal here, it's not the end of the world because Miami's not going to have a lot of time to respond. Here's a 3-yard run. 2nd down and 7 for Buffalo. Gonna wait. Gonna throw. End zone. Just a little bit overthrown. Oh, he had him. 3rd and 7 for the Bills. Touchdown wins the game. End zone. Got it. Touchdown. The Bills win it. And they remain undefeated. What a clutch opening drive of overtime for the Bills. After potentially throwing a devastating interception in the fourth quarter, their defense makes a huge stand, and they come back and win the game in overtime. How about that? So what a win for the Buffalo Bills. They win at 27-21. We take a look at the updated standings. I mean, this creates a lot of separation for the Bills. I mean, this is essentially a 3-game swing because if Miami would have won this game, they would have been in first place. But now since Buffalo wins, they're ahead of Miami by 2 games, plus they have the tiebreaker, so it's really 3 games. It is, but they don't forget they do play each other again. So Miami does have a chance to close the gap, but yeah, big one for the Buffalo Bills, and they remain undefeated. But we still got one more game to go here in week number 4 of the Retro Bowl League, and it's a huge game in the AFC North, the Ravens and the Bengals. That's coming up next.